Absolute Destiny Apocalypse. Okay? Use that name alone! This is like Absolute Destiny Apocalypse. Insert song 2. Do. Like you're like, what's happening? Something. Like, what is it? This is staircase, there's a badass dude. It's like I'm going to God or something, or I'm going up to death or something. I'm going up and let's fight God, I'm ready for you. This is my girlfriend, it's because I got it wet or something! Crazy for you. Are you tired of seeing the same anime opening praise over and over again, right? I feel you're living in this recency bias, obviously. So today, guys, Old Man Thor here will bring you some classic animes from the 90s, okay? That I feel no one talks about anymore. But I'll be very, very clear, right? I say, you know, underrated or whatever, right? As in a general sense. Obviously, mostly talking about anime tours and whatnot, not knowing these old classics, right? I'm throwing it out there, right? So these animes here are not, so to speak, under the radar or like not famous or whatever, right? It's basically some of my 5 top anime openings from the old good 90s. I'm gonna break them down. Obviously, sort of it's Slam Dunk here, which is a very iconic basketball anime. And one reason why I picked Slam Dunk is because, yes, it's a great song, guys, coming to this soon, but also because, don't get me wrong, I love Kuroko and Matsumura. I think it's a great anime, but that's kind of how it feels, right? This old man with a hammer thing, because it's like, yeah, you know, everyone talks about Kuroko and Matsumura as the best anime of all time with basketball, right? I don't hear anyone talk about Slam Dunk anymore. I'm also just looking in one of my all-time favorite fights. The next video, this rest topic will be top 5 underrated fights. Yeah, so it's Slam Dunk here. Obviously a classic 90s graphic style, you know, beautiful. I love it.
いつものように顔を君に夢中なことに
First of all, graphic style, man, I miss this, man. I miss the design, you know. I just miss seeing this happy face. No, but seriously, am I the only one that didn't talk about the music yet? But I just feel like this is a great opening. It's cheerful, it's happy. So you jump in, to play some street basket, right? First we have the different, you know, like the team members, you know, more the iconic characters, right? They're all like doing some different shots, some slam, and dunk, of course. There's this, you know, kind of street basketball. Everyone is happy, it's fun. It feels like our openings are either now, and now some super oldie, right? But I feel like most animes now are either, you know, like cute girl done, you know, cute stuff, right? Which is great too. I like those like stuff of anime, like Butch or whatever. And it's very much, you know, oh my god, but it's kind of out there, right? Or it's kind of like Grim Dark, Chainsaw Man. I kind of miss more these animes. We've had like, you know what? They're just playing basketball, and it's a good game, and you know, it's like pretty stressful to play on sports at high level. But isn't like everyone isn't like a genocide maniac, you know? Nor is it like super girly. It's more, it's just kind of like, yeah, it's kind of fun, you know. Life is kind of good, yeah. The song is perfect, and everyone's like, yeah, bro. Is that what I mean? Everyone's like, yeah, that was good, you know. It's just kind of like, this is more normal. You didn't need to have all this crazy backstories or whatever. I love this chorus from here. Go ahead.
Crazy for you. 君が好きだと叫びたい。明日を変えてみよう。凍りついてく時をぶち壊したい。
But like I said, I know this is the most old Angry Man screams at the cloud, right? But I just miss the openings and generally cast on where this side, you know. This is a cute girl that he likes, she likes him, they're kind of waving, and she looks pretty, right? But isn't this overkill absurdity of it? It's just kind of, yeah, it's just kind of normal. It's kind of missed anime doing this, you know. It's like, yeah, it's like, for you, but I love this spot there, open the door. It's a great thing too, because you know, it's a classic anime thing, right? That you have this, like, it's a lot of animes where they have dramatic meetings or love or whatever, right? At those kind of train stations, right? Where you have, you know, like this boom coming down, right? Blocking them, to kind of blockade things. I like that too, that he's kind of waving at her and then this goes up, right? This is a great detail, actually. Like, really good detail. Yeah, it's really clear, romance, right? You have like romantic moment, right? Whatever, you know, and then it goes up. Yeah, come on, it's a great detail. This is one of those beautiful details to think about. Because this Slam Dunk is a very good basketball anime, but like I said, it's not like overkill. It's like it's normal people playing basketball, you know. When you have a meeting over it, it goes up. Yeah, it's perfect. One thing that's very clear in this anime opening hero, from a story aspect, is this is the first opening, right? And I mean, almost title, whatever. But the thing is that when you watch, especially sport animes, and I remember I love sport animes. I watched Kuroko earlier, I love Kuroko, you know, Hayaku, whatever, right? Eyeshield is my favorite, right? With Murata, so you know, I love Eyeshield. And when you're watching a sport anime, right, this is a very common thing, and also shonen anime overall, right, that in the first opening, the enemies aren't really clear yet, right? I get a comparison would be like Naruto opening 1, right? It's like Sasuke and Naruto and Sakura, and they're fighting some random dudes, some bandits, right? But there's no Orochimaru, you know, there's no like Madara in the opening 1, you know what I mean? It's just like a bunch of random goons, right? Because they haven't really established the main antagonist, right? This is setting here with Slam Dunk, where this is the first opening, right? So they're all playing ball, he's actually slamming the ball down, right? All the cats are running up and they're doing some cool moves. But they aren't like fighting anyone really per se, right? Yeah, right. There's now other, you know, team players are being shown. I'm just, this is my point, right? You know, later on it's more okay, here comes all the enemies or whatever, right? There's some antagonists or so forth, right? Or it's a sport animes, they aren't all like genocidal maniacs. But I get my point. Now it's my case, all the bad guys, you know, in the sports sense. Right? Hey guys, here comes my favorite anime for Natsu, okay? All 5 are great, of course, but this is my number 1. I showed it a bit earlier. I really love this anime. It's one of the first anime I got into the kid, right? This is an anime that I feel no one ever talks about, but it has, I said earlier, it has the best. Arguably, this anime has the best fights of the Natsu, okay? Creepy underrated, it is just a remake, and of course it is Shadow Skin. He's right, that he's away all the power, you feel the power, man. I love this in here, you feel immediately the power, the screaming, the blood, right? And it's too, because this isn't even animated, it's just like a still frame going up here. But it looks fantastic. Let's go back a bit here, it's very seen here. You know, rising up from the fight, right? This is a hardcore martial art anime, you see it here. And this is so great because you can feel this is an actual martial art anime. You fight it feels stronger. I think a big issue with so many modern animes is that fights, the punching, the fisting, whatever, doesn't feel like it hurt, right? When someone punches someone with a hard fist, right, it should feel like they're taking pain, taking damage, right? Shadow Skin is an amazing anime because every fight feels like everything is a goddamn death and life, man. And it feels super weight to it, right? Already here in the opening, you can feel how it's like, you can feel it's an actual martial art anime. It feels power. I just really love it. The song is perfect for it. And that's what I keep saying. I really love Kamen Rider this season because Kamen Rider actually captures how an actual fight is, right? You feel BAM and it's BAM, right? I'll show you after opening here the best fight in the anime, but this is a really good opening. best of the opening. Very, very stylistic, right? I love this part too. You see the older characters, how older brother, he's like the greatest guy ever. She tried to, overcome, right? I think the opening does really well with the black and white as well, right? You see you walking here by yourself, kind of desert. So you start to overcome him, right? She's flexing here, it's a tournament arc, and she's kind of coming here, black and white, she's kind of coming out of the shadows, there's a fight, So it's a lot of this stylistic takes to on this opening. I think it's a really, really fantastic opening from the 90s here. I mean, think about this anime should have a remake, Jesus Christ. Let me show you the best fight in the anime. So I'm definitely gonna make another video about this later, right? We're talking about the best underrated fights or whatnot in, like old back in the days, right? But this thing here is just chef's kiss to a real fight. No, but seriously. So this is the fight between the two main characters, right? This is the female main character. This is basically her like adoptive son, kind of. She calls him like Uneshan brother, but she's basically raising him, right? She's basically her own son, more or less, arguably, in a textual standpoint, right? But of course, adopted son. But yeah, they're gonna fight, right? See who's the strongest now. She kind of wants him to win, right? She can hold back, but she kind of wants him to overcome her in a sense, because she's the strongest fighter in the world, right, basically. And she wants her boy to, of course, be stronger than mom, right? And they have like tied up their hands now to have like a real badass fight, but they can't go all out, so they won't kill each other, right? But otherwise, there's no rules, right? And this fight is the most brutal fight ever. And it's like his mom. He's like, "I'm gonna kick your ass, mom," and she's the most bad. Hey, I watched a lot of Melona. This is basically the main character, Elle, she's basically is like pre-Melona, okay? This is before I loved Melona, I love Elle. And she's basically, this badass, crazy warrior waifu, right? She's, like strong muscle mommy to the max, right? She wants her son to beat her. She's like, "Show me, son. Show me your moves, boy." She's like, "Destroy me, okay? Destroy me with your muscle, son," right? So they're the craziest fight ever now. It's so great because look at this damage. Look at this goddamn damage, man. And then see her pants doing fighting. But this is how anime should be, okay? I feel like I'm an angry old man, but anime, look at it. It breaks the bone here. But I think this honestly is like the most brutal I've ever time, okay? So also, of course, again, this is his mom, right? This is basically the main character is Muscle Mama, the actual muscle. It's just an OG muscle mother, right? She's fighting her son. She's like, "I want you to be stronger than me, boy. We can have a death battle, right?" Now she's jumping at his mom here, and they're gonna have like a fight to death, right? And this is the most brutal I've ever. Look at this thing. Throws him in the ground, badass, right? Like, yeah, cool flip there. Kicks over it. Look at this scene, man. This is like a hem, It's so brutal. Like the kid up, and she's like, "Oh yeah," like it looks so brutal. And then it breaks the rock. Am I the only one? How this anime captures actual brutal fights, right? Is so good. She looks like a victim, like she's used to be getting owned by him, right? But she actually gonna win later on anyway. But look at this scene. It's so brutal. She's kicking her stomach lying down, right? You can really feel how her body is crashing out, This is how anime were in the 90s, guys, okay? These fights, I haven't seen a single fight, I feel, in this quality, with the brutality, where it actually feels like someone is broken someone's ribs, you know what I mean? She's kicking him, she's kicking his mom lying down there, like 10 kicks in her stomach, right? And it looks incredibly brutal. You're like, "Oh my god," right? Because it looks so much more weight to it. There's something just different that feel more the animes do, right? It's not too clean or whatever, yeah. This is just like beautiful, in a brutality way, it's beautiful. But again, she lacks, okay? Mommy lacks this, don't get me wrong, okay? She's a crazy martial art woman. She's proud of him. She's like, "Yes, good boy, kick me harder, okay? Don't get me wrong, man." She's like, "F yeah, this is awesome, son. You get stronger than me." Next opening, you can probably already see it here, right? Leave a comment below if you know what opening I'm gonna play right now, right? Even before you have heard it. You see a little bit of a thing there. This opening I think is very interesting. It's from the 90s, and it doesn't have lyrics, okay? It's like by far I think the best opening without any song in it, so to speak, right? It's only instrumental. And basically, honestly, when I was a kid, right, this anime was connected with Goldfinger, with Superman Goldfinger, because that was basically sort of YouTube, right? And it was so famous, this AMV, with this opening, or like an edit of this anime, right, with that song. So that's kind of where almost people today think that, Goldfinger Superman is this opening, which obviously to me is more to Pro Skater. But anyway, let's take a watch Trigun. No, but this is a great opening. It's very, very stylistic. It kind of fits Trigun, honestly. It doesn't have an actual, you know, singer behind it, right? So first of all, I mean, I love this part here, right? You know, the shooting like bullets into the screen. It's a great, you know, consider obviously, you know, cowboys. So that's kind of cool. Like, this kind of classic, you know, old school like cowboy thing, right? So that's very cool. I also like this clean face at the beginning, right? Again, I think the 90 episodes are so much cleaner, yeah. This guy just walking here, like his dark shadow, right? You can't really see his face yet. It's a great contrast because, you know, obviously Vash, the character, is either super happy or super dark, right? There's no in between with this guy. So it's either like, you know, oh yeah, genocide, basically, or it's like, oh yeah, I'm running food in my house. So I think the opening also captures the anime and the characters so well in that sense too, because this is actually how the anime is. It's just really kind of like back and forth, you know, between this like, oh, it's super sad again, it's gruesome, terrible, everyone's dying, right? Or he's super happy, right? So the anime has, especially the remake, it's kind of weird in that sense, right? I mean, I watched the whole remake and whatever, right? But the remake is like interesting because it was way more grim mostly, and not so much happy days, right? Where again, the original anime was more back and forth between that, and a little bit of critique that, but the truth is, honest a little bit, is that the original anime though was actually less true to the manga, right? The manga was more grim most of the time, and the anime is most of the filler episodes or the happy episodes. It's a little bit weird, but I do think it's one problem with the remake though. The remake immediately starts super grim. That is kind of weird. Yeah, it immediately introduces knives and it kills everyone, and I think they could have built up a little bit the bad guys a little better in the remake though. So after the title, we get this beautiful stylistic part of Vash doing cool poses. That's what I mean. I think this opening here actually fits better not having music, right, so to speak, not having a song. It's being instrumental, because it's just like, it's very stylistic, right? It's kind of weird to have those like comedies in between a little bit sometimes though. I guess also screams the 90s, right? This also screams the 90s. This kind of late 90s was a lot more of this, you know. It's this badass guy standing on a cliff, the thing is flying behind him, you know, he just looks amazing, he has the gun in his hand, right? This really screams the 90s. It really does, in a really cool way. This I think is one of the coolest anime openings of all time. I mean, it's so clean. I mean, it's so clean, right? Yeah. This classic thing, right? He has his gun, his white, but it's a black gun, he can do this thing, and you know, behind him is the plant, because they're aliens and they're plants or whatever, right? So that's a thing in the whole storyline. So you get like the foreshadowing there if you know the backstory or whatever. But it has this beautiful, stylistically clean opening. And that's why I brought it up in this video, right? Because, like I said, it is like the best instrumental opening, I think, easily, of the 90s. It's perfect instrumental. So now, I want to go into, arguably, I think, the best looking opening of all time, especially for the 90s guys. Of course, Grand Teacher Onizuka. One of my all-time favorite manga. I have all the books. I even have the younger years of Onizuka before Teacher. There's another like volumes before that. I have all of them. And this anime opening is so fantastic. It's of course the best scene. I started immediately showing it because it's so beautiful. So what happening here, of course, is that Onizuka has drawn like a target on his own stomach, right? So he shoots on his stomach here. So he pulls, you know, he paints the target here, right? It it's so beautiful. This opening is so fantastic. It's all black and white. It's Liu, one of the best anime music bands of all time. And I just love this scene so much, right? He's this badass, you know, like Yankee Yakuza dude who fights a lot, to get chicks all the time, right? He smashes the MILFs or whatever. And then his opening like, yeah, he shoots at a mirror of himself, but it's shattering in the screen. It's fourth wall kind of moment, right? This is arguably the best opening scene of all time. This scene itself, right? This minute here is like the most beautiful opening, I think. Let's go back a bit at the course of the beginning here. So, very famous band, right? Last year. Famous for FMA and all that, right? You can see here it's all like black and white. It's stylistic. So, I always say, guys, I love Ciel. I mean, we've about it before. It's one of my all-time favorite bands, right? The best song I think is Link. This, of course, is the Full Metal Alchemist movie opening. So not the one in FMA, the normal anime, 2003, but the actual movie, right? Of that, they come out afterwards. Then they call Link. I think that's the best song they made. I think it's a fantastic song. I love it so much. I have a late blow, I think, for a reaction to it. It's the best song ever. Now, where's the here though? I will not play, unfortunately, too much of the music here. I hope you guys go and look at it. This here is a cultural, you can go look at it. Because this band is very hard on copyright. I did stuff with them like a few months ago, and also with Hyde is also the kind of same thing there, and Japan X so on, right? And all of them are very hard to get it on YouTube, right? They get blocked immediately. So I'm not gonna play the music here, guys. Sorry about that, because you know how it is. But I'm just gonna explain my reasoning a bit here. No, because this video will never get up otherwise. It is very, very hard, unfortunately, with this band in my experience. But anyway, so you can see here, right? I saw it earlier with the shot, right? It's incredible stylistic. He's a bad boy, right? The cool teachers, like it's women and so on. So, but it's just very, very stylistic. I love it. Pure black and white, right? No, like, actual real color in it. A bunch of hot chicks in it. A little bit this for some reason. It's water is blue. A lot of this weirdness, right? And he's a biker, of course. He drives a lot, you know, and he gets right? So it's really, really good. And I want to show you. I'm gonna go now and show you the last episode. So this in here is when the anime is over. Right? This is the final episode. He's saved the day or whatever. Right? And drive a bike a bit here. This is one of my all-time favorite anime openings. It's so fantastic. It's just so stylistic. Kawasaki bike, you know. It's like getting on the bike. You start off for playing again. He's like, yeah. You know, coolest bike teacher ever. He's like out there driving the bike, you know. Yeah, this is been now high again, of course, you know. Some hot blonde chick appears. Yes, it's the best opening ever. Some hot chick with big teeth. So he's like, yeah. And this guy's like, awesome. This is awesome. It's such a perfect ending. I don't get it, people. This anime is so perfect, man. He just saves the day. He's this popular teacher now. He smashes hot chick or whatever. And then he's getting on the bike, you know, picks up some hot blonde wave, and he's getting huge melon. He's like, it's just it's so him, man. This last minute, this last like 10 seconds, is captured the whole anime, right? It's just a beautiful anime. I love GTO so much. It's one of my all-time top 10 of all time. Can't recommend it more than enough, but yeah, I just love this scene so much. The final episode, this is how the anime ends. Yeah, he picks up a hot blonde chick and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna score tonight. It's like, damn, you know. It's so good, it's so good. Now, I want to end you guys with, of course, revolutionary Girl Utena. This opening is fantastic, it's beautiful, it's super yuri, whatever. But also after this, I will show you the Acupalypse ending song, okay? There's an ending / insert song that's even better. This arguably I would say is the best song from the next anime openings or endings, whatever, because it's actually an insert song. And it's just fantastic. It's so fantastic. But this anime, of course, is a masterpiece because of visuals. It's an incredible, weird anime, right? About these two women fighting other women most of the time. And they're transforming her into like a weapon. And it's obviously some innuendos for like lesbian or something, or sex or whatever. It's super weird. I can't recommend it more than enough. It's a very different anime than other animes, right? It's very, very strange. Honestly, it can't even like so little later, I guess, you know, turning into like the part because of the weapon or whatever. But it's very, very weird, you know, like motives and kind of art style and so on. And this anime, so that also makes the opening so good, right? Because it really, really sticks out and so on. So immediately they kind of treat the ropes when they're twisting around together, right? Very, very usually, yeah. And it's like kissing sort of. And again, I'm sorry, but this anime here is unfortunately owned by another company. It's even worse when it comes to copyrights. So I'm gonna play you the full song because then I will get copyright immediately. I've had many strikes from this particular company before in this production owner. Very, very unfortunately. So I hope you guys go and listen to the song. Of course, you can just Google it yourself. But I want to, of course, break down the visuals then. And sorry about that. But I honestly, I just don't dare to play the music more than this anime. And just a few seconds every now and then, of course, but you know, not for full excellent. But the visual, this is like an amazing opening, of course. Also very lesbian. Yeah, they are like staring at it immediately, but it's the roses and they're holding hands together. I mean, this is at the most. We were roommates. We were roommates. The opening, man. Yeah, this is. But I like it immediately here, right? You have to think about. I like this so much because, you know, it's like the one single woman walking in. Everyone else are men, right? And they all have the same clothing too. You ever think about this anime is very like anti-conformities, right? It's about these women and their lesbian sex, basically. in endos, right? You're thinking about how she's like the only woman walking around here, and everyone else has the same clothing, and it's like a dystopian future or whatever, right? So it's a very interesting in endos anime. Where she actually does look like all the other girls, though. But it actually makes sense, right? Because she is always afraid of not accepting who she is or whatever. So it's it's a big part of it. So it's like clearly, you know, subtitled. That's like the roses and so on. Yeah, but this opening is this is classic. This is some classic anime of them though. The two characters are looking at each other on the ground like this. I mean, this is a very classic anime thing, right? To have the female character staring into the screen like this, right? For example, Noelle in Black Clover Opening 4 does this, right? She's like, that is a good open door and it kind of flashes, you know, where she does thing and changes her appearance, changes her smile or whatever, so she's angrier. No other anime opening has ever been Devo Roommates as much. Look at this thing, right? They're staring at each other, their beautiful eyes. It's like, I love you more. And they get sort of roast and everything, right? Now they're gonna fight these other women, and she becomes a sword, okay? They're fighting, and she is the sword. So this is like some weird innuendos for doing it. Like, they were girlfriends, you know, we were roommates. Like, her fighting all the time with the sword in her hand, right? That's her basically touching her naked girlfriend all the time. This anime is so... It's such like, they were roommates. No other anime has been so much they were roommates at this anime opening, right? It's beautiful. But the visual acting is crazy. This part I love it, you know, and one of the roses is gone, yeah, now it's like we lost one of the roses, she's dead or something. It's really sweet, you know. It's all about her being her knight and so on. So it's a lot of that stuff, right? So it's a very interesting anime. Can't recommend more than that. But now, let's check out the end. I love this so much though. This is my one favorite like song from the 90s, which is super weird. I turn it off all the time, man. Under the anime opening things, right? It's the craziest, weirdest song ever, okay? And it's called Absolute Destiny Apocalypse, okay? Is that name alone? This is like Absolute Destiny Apocalypse. Insert song 2. Do. Like you're like, what's happening? This whole thing. Like, oh, it's like do. But this staircase, there's a badass dude. It's like I'm going to God or something, right? I'm going up to death or something. I'm going up and let's fight God. I'm ready for you. This is my girlfriend. It's because I got a weapon or something. And I grab my naked girlfriend as a sword, go up this elevator, and the song is like you're like she turns naked because it's a weird kind of anime, and now it becomes a sword or something in the elevator. This, I keep saying it, man, this is the best intro song of all time in anime. This is the 90s pearl of anime music, right? It's so weird, but like I said earlier, the song itself is called Absolute Destiny Apocalypse. That tells you yourself it's gonna be some crazy goddamn song, man. But all this is also crazy. That's gonna like form her. She takes her and turns her into her weapon, and she like grabs her clothing around her, and she like turns her tits and flashes, and you're like, what's happening? But this isn't alone, right? She's walking up. I love this in here so much here, right? Before this in here, she's walking towards this super weird staircase having this anime, right? This anime is so good. She's going up to this like incredible. It's like a drill or something, right? And the song is playing. It's like then she explodes into like a sword or something, and this weird, super scary elevator they're spinning around, and you're like, and they're at the fight. What happens is that you're up to the top of the elevator, right? And all the fights in the anime basically are on top of this weird, giant staircase, elevator, spectrum, coliseum, right? All the martial arts fights are basically up there. So the first opening, right? That's where they're fighting. So this is kind of like insert, before some of the fights start. So it's super weird. It's all out there. I mean, but it's fantastic. And so much innuendos. So much innuendos! No, but I keep saying it. He has the best title of all time. And you're like, oh, absolute destiny. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. I love it. Anyway, guys, let me subscribe. Have a great day.